Joining us from Pune for the first time, top BCCI representative on the Newshour. First of all, let me tell you why Ajay Shirke, who joins me from Pune, is such an important person in Indian cricket. He is the president of the Maharashtra Cricket Association. He is a member of the governing council of the IPL. He is the treasurer of the board of control of cricket in India, so he is the BCCI treasurer. If I am not mistaken, Mr. Shirke, you are also a member of the disciplinary panel of the BCCI, so you wear many hats. So I'd like to thank you for joining me. Can you hear me, Mr. Shirke?
Yes, I can. And good evening and thank you.
Why such arrogance, Mr. Shirke? Why such complete arrogance on behalf of the BCCI to how fans feel about this scandal?
Mr. Goswami, I cannot speak of any collective arrogance as it may be perceived, but all I can speak is for myself. And what I must say is that whenever there has been any crisis, the media, be it the electronic media or the print media, or in this case the Times Now, has relentlessly followed issues that are vital to the transparency and the good governance of cricket. And as a result of that, I think we have already seen that the committee now has a different face, and in which we have two judges instead of two members from the BCCI. And I think that's a substantial change. Point number two that I would like to make is that the brief of this committee essentially has to be limited to the innocence or otherwise of Mr. Srinivasan per se, because the offences that are being investigated are larger offences, which are criminal offences, and there is a larger investigation that is already in process. So clearly those results will be before us in the near future, and they will obviously be overriding any inquiry that will be an internal inquiry limited to the innocence or otherwise of
Mr. Shirke, don't choose your words carefully today. Don't choose your words. Don't be careful.
No, I'm not
don't restrain. No, Mr. Shirke, don't, because tonight you are here. You're the first top BCCI person to come to my studio, and I appreciate that. But I will appreciate it more, Mr. Shirke, if you tell me candidly whether you think this committee, with the greatest of respect to the judges on the committee, has the investigating ability to judge Gurunath Mayappan.
Mr. Goswami, I think I already answered that question. I did say that this investigation, the crimes or the alleged crimes are of a criminal nature under the Gambling Act and different statutes of the country, and they are already under a very larger or a bigger investigation that is headed by the police of the country and other agencies. So clearly this committee cannot judge the innocence.
So this committee, that's the biggest point. Then it's a sham. Because then it's a sham. Because I'll tell you, one second, Mr. Shirke. I have the press release of the BCCI, which tries to tell the people of this country that this committee will inquire into the complaints against the following persons: Gurunath Mayappan, India Cements, and Rajasthan Royals. You concede that this committee does not have the investigating ability to find out whether there is truth in the charges against Gurunath Mayappan. So why the sham? If it does not have the investigating ability, then is this only for ornamental reasons, Mr. Shirke?
No, I don't think. I think we are stepping ahead of time, and clearly.
So how are we stepping ahead of time?
And
how are we stepping ahead of time?
The investigative process has been already set in motion.
No, Mr. Shirke, then why? One second. If the investigating agency is set in motion, then why do you want to have a BCCI committee? I mean, the second reason why this BCCI committee will be a sham.
Let us go back to the original.
No, the original question. The second reason the BCCI committee is a sham, because the person issuing the press release, the Honorable Secretary of the BCCI, seems to have appointed himself. The press release is of Sanjay Jagdale, Secretary of the BCCI, appointed Secretary of the BCCI, I'm sure, with the support of Mr. Srinivasan. No, how can a person who has been appointed by Mr. Srinivasan judge Mr. Srinivasan's company, Mr. Srinivasan's son-in-law?
I think, Arnab, with due respect to what you are trying to say, and I did say that some of the decisions that we have seen are because of the relentless pursuit of the media in
which by the way your BCCI president calls a media trial. He says he's being hounded. On Times Now tonight, you are saying that the relentless pursuit of Times Now is bringing out some truth. In other words, you disagree with the BCCI president who calls this a media trial and all kinds of names.
It is not fair to put words in my mouth. What I am saying is that Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia has spoken today. He has expressed his views. I am here to clarify.
So do you support Mr. Scindia?
My name was
do you support Mr. Scindia?
See, Mr. Scindia has expressed his views.
No, do you support Mr. Scindia? I know he's expressed his views. What do you think of his views?
Those views are extremely respectable, and they are extremely candid and extremely forthright. But
are
at
they
the
correct?
same time,
no, 1 second. One second. It's very interesting the words you use. The words you use restrain you from taking a position on whether they are correct. So, Mr. Shirke, in your view, as the BCCI, in your view, are they correct? The views expressed by Mr. Scindia?
As clarified by Mr. Scindia, they are his personal views.
Are they correct? Do you agree with his views? Do you agree with his views or disagree with his views?
The question of my agreeing with his views is again my individual choice.
So what is your choice tonight? To not say anything?
No, I am saying a lot. I never come into the media. I am a very private person.
What is your position? Mr.
Position
Shirke, what is your position?
I am here essentially to clarify. My name appeared as on the committee, which I tried to deny all the while. And you had a very good point yesterday to make, and I tried to make contact with your Times Now that look, this committee has not been formulated yet, and now that the committee has been formulated, we see that the face and picture of that committee is entirely different. It has two neutral people, and you drove home a very good point that it's BCCI 2 and outsider 1. Now clearly there has been a lot of introspection, and this has already brought about a change, which is a change for the better.
Mr. Shirke, are you telling me that the BCCI decides what kind of committee to have based upon what is said on the Newshour? I mean, I think it's very flattering, but it's very unconvincing.
It is not to flatter anybody. I don't need to flatter anybody, and I don't need to flatter you because you are beyond flattery. But the point here is that the scope and brief of that committee will be severely limited because there is a larger investigation which is already set in motion.
Well, Mr. Shirke, there are three questions to you. There are three questions. Rapid fire questions. You have a right to take the question or dodge it. I will ask you the question. Mr. Shirke, tonight, and please don't take it otherwise, you are holding many hats. You are a member of the IPL Governing Council, treasurer of the BCCI. You are also, if I am not mistaken, part of the disciplinary committee. My question to you is, should Srinivasan go? Please don't dodge the question. Scindia says Srinivasan goes. Do you think he should go? Don't dodge the question. Take a position. You owe it. You owe it to the people of this country. Take a position. Where do you stand?
If you ask me that question, whether Srinivasan should go, my position is very clear that he has made his position explicitly clear that he will not go, and for reasons that he believes and he knows.
Why are you quoting him? What do you think?
No, what I think is irrelevant.
No, you don't think anything. Does Srinivasan decide on behalf of everyone, including you, in the BCCI?
Not at all, not at all. You see, I look after only the, although you may claim, and I do wear many hats, I look after only the treasury operations.
Has this damaged the credibility?
And I try to run it to the best of my ability.
Is this damaging the credibility?
It has damaged the credibility of the association. This is a very serious issue that has risen in cricket, and it has damaged the credibility of the board, no doubt.
The questions over Mr. Srinivasan's son-in-law have further damaged the credibility of cricket.
You see, we cannot pass a definitive judgment till all the evidence and all the various issues have stood the test of a proper investigation and legal scrutiny, as Mr. Scindia also opined. But yes, to answer your question, definitely the credibility of the board has been compromised.
Mr. Ajay Shirke, I hope you will stay on the debate tonight. On the debate on the Newshour this evening, joining Ajay Shirke, Treasurer of the BCCI and member of the IPL Governing Council, Satish Manishinde is a lawyer for Vindu Dara Singh. He joins me in the studios. Aslam Ghoni, former Advocate General of Jammu and Kashmir, live from Jammu, is a member of multiple BCCI panels. With me in the studio, first let me introduce to my extreme left, Satish Manishinde, lawyer for Vindu Dara Singh. To his right is YP Singh, former IPS officer and senior advocate, who has questions to Mr. Satish Manishinde today, both as an ex-police officer and as a lawyer. Mumbai's prominent lawyer and Shiv Sena leader Rahul Narvekar is to my immediate left. And also joining us on the panel this evening is Rahul Mehra, senior advocate of the Supreme Court. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, I think we have a full house. Let's begin. Did you find Mr. Shirke convincing? Rahul Narvekar.
Well, first and foremost, let me congratulate Mr. Shirke for at least having the spine to come on television and face the media and the nation.
Oh yeah.
So, hats off to him for that. The rest of the team members of the BCCI have failed to do that so far.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they will come out and give their clarification soon.
Yeah.
Mr. Shirke has set a precedent, so that's welcome. Well, from what Mr. Shirke has said, I gather that he has either undermined the capability of BCCI to investigate the matter,
yeah,
or he says that the BCCI does not have the power to investigate.
Yeah.
On both the counts, I think he's failed for the simple reason, if you do not have the capacity to investigate, or you don't believe in your own investigation, then why do you deserve the autonomy that you have? You're representing the nation, you're representing the country's pride, and if you can't investigate a certain matter, I don't think the board has the capabilities or the right to have the autonomy which they are enjoying right now. Number two, when we talk about a judicial investigation, when we talk about a police investigation, when we talk about a detailed investigation by the investigating authorities of the state, and if we are only going to rely on that, then why do have the whole sham of having a BCCI investigation? So, Mr. Shirke, we need the BCCI to come out clear whether or not their investigation is going to have any role or is going to have any significance at the end of the day.
Well, it's not clearly. Mr. Shirke has acknowledged today that this so-called inquiry is an inquiry that has no investigating skills or depth. Didn't you admit that? Mr. Shirke has admitted that. He's admitted that. Haven't you, Mr. Shirke? That this so-called inquiry has no investigating skills. And I want to ask you, if an inquiry has no investigating skills, then why do you have an inquiry in the first place? YP Singh has a question to Mr. Shirke. Go ahead, YP.
Well, Mr. Shirke, you must know one thing, that the general rule of inquiry is that if the inquiry is in a matter where the chief is related, the chief has to step down first so that the inquiry process is facilitated. Number one. Secondly, this is an administrative action where action has to be taken on probability, whereas the criminal case has to be taken to its logical conclusion by proving it beyond reasonable doubt. That means you require proof for it. If your subordinate commits a wrong, you simply ask him to get out, even though the police investigation may go on. So how can you ensure that that Srinivasan stays, and yet the inquiry would be done partially by those people who have been appointed by him?
A third voice questioning Mr. Shirke. I'll give you full opportunity to reply, Mr. Shirke. Aslam Ghoni, please hear the questions tonight, and remember this, Aslam Ghoni. You said to me on Thursday, this will pass on. Be clear, Mr. Ghoni, this is not passing on. More questions are coming out, and more dirt is being dug. Rahul Mehra, this is an opportunity tonight on the Newshour to ask direct questions, not just to Aslam Ghoni, but to the BCCI Treasurer and member of the IPL Governing Council, Mr. Ajay Shirke himself. What's your question?
Arnav, you've asked many probing questions, but I haven't heard an answer. So if you haven't been able to get answers out, I stand no chance. So I'll pass that. But I have a few points to make, Arnav, and I hope these are well taken points. Point number one. It's a great day that a young politician like Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia, whom I personally have also accused over the last few days, he has had the courage to come and stand on the face of the adversity, and he has shown leaders like Arun Jaitley, who propose themselves and they are self-proclaimed PM candidates in the coming elections. I think they have more to hide than to come out clean in to the entire nation. So I hope they take a leaf out of Jyotiraditya Scindia. Number two, it's a sad day. It's a day of emergency in Indian cricket because a so-called legend, a person who has given us great joy as a cricketing captain, has allowed himself to be gagged by a gang of people who are surely hiding more than they are revealing. And therefore, what is it? Why is it that Mr. Dhoni has to stick on to his Indian cap? Why is it that he allows himself to be gagged? Why is it that he cannot have the courage to say that enough is enough? I will either come out clean before the nation, or is it that he's also hiding ghosts in the closet?
Answer that. One second, Ajay Shirke, take that. Ajay Shirke, take that. No, Ajay Shirke, take that. You see, in November 2012, Ajay Shirke, you're still there. You can hear me loud and clear. This is Arnav here, sir. I hope I have the audio line with you and you heard the three participants. Mr. Ajay Shirke, you know, it was horrible today. It was horrible today to see the manner in which you are trying to censor Dhoni. Dhoni is not, you don't own Dhoni. Dhoni is the Indian cricket captain. The Chennai Super Kings India Cements does not own Dhoni. And in 2012, the BCCI had said the BCCI does not and has no intention to censor or limit bona fide news reporting. Why are you censoring Times Now? Why are you gagging Dhoni? Tell me, Mr. Shirke, are you in agreement with that?
Personally, I am not in agreement with that. But, like I said, I look after the treasury operations of this.
No, you are a member of the IPL Governing Council.
I do not have any such cap. Well, the interview was conducted in the BCCI domain.
You are a member of the BCCI Disciplinary Committee. You are president of the Maharashtra Cricket Association.
Any of that? Yes, in Maharashtra Cricket Association, anybody can speak whatever he wants to, and we don't gag anybody.
Five times Dhoni was asked the question. Do you think censoring Dhoni was right or wrong? Wrong or right?
I do not think that it was right.
It
was up to Mr. Dhoni as a leader.
No, it was not up to him. The BCCI was gagging him. The BCCI was not letting the questions be asked.
When the question of spine comes, whether a person has the spine or otherwise, at the end of the day, that particular person has to take the call and he has to decide for himself.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we can buy that line.
Gag or otherwise.
Well, there was a gag.
Absolutely. I have come here. I am an extremely private person.
Counter.
My name was
counter is coming for you.
Into this thing yesterday.
Mr. Shirke has a point there. Yes, to some extent he is right. There's no point only blaming BCCI. BCCI is definitely wrong in what they've done.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Mr. Dhoni also needs to answer the nation. Mr. Dhoni also needs to answer the questions that the countrymen have. Because it's thanks to these countrymen, he is sitting where he is today. So, Mr. Dhoni, if BCCI is responsible, if not more, you're as responsible as the BCCI is.
See there, now my next question goes not to Dhoni but to Ghoni. Aslam Ghoni, my next question is to you. Aslam Ghoni, here you have a BCCI treasurer who has openly said that the attempt to gag Mahendra Singh Dhoni was wrong. You have a BCCI treasurer who has openly said that the inquiry committee does not have the appropriate investigating skills to look into the case of Gurunath Mayappan.
I think Arnab, one of my esteemed friend on the panel, because I can't see who was talking that, was very right in saying and making a distinction between an inquiry and an investigation. Inquiry definitely is not a fully investigative system. They don't have any such system.
No,
and investigation, please, this is inquiry being conducted, and if Mr. Shirke says for that matter that it is not a proper investigation, against that there is a complete investigation going on by the police. This has been my point from day first. I have been repeatedly saying it, that investigation, once
But
a
if your
criminal
inquiry is going to be
investigation starts,
inconsequential, why have a sham? Why are you trying to fool the
No,
people?
no,
What is the
Arnab,
purpose of an inquiry or investigation? It's to get, it's a fact-finding
Arnab,
body.
And I want to
Arnab,
ask you,
and if
and I
you're-
want to ask you, and I want to
Arnab,
ask you, Mr. Aslam Ghani, one second. Mr. Aslam Ghani,
Arnab,
Farooq Abdullah came
Arnab,
out and
please,
defended
please.
Srinivasan today. No, Farooq Abdullah came out and defended Srinivasan today. Am I correct? Right?
Yes.
Okay,
very
now,
correct.
one sec. Is he
Very
returning the
correct.
favor? Is he
What
returning
favor?
a favor?
What favor?
Is he returning a
What
favor?
favor? What favor?
I'm asking you the question. You
What
should know.
favor? You tell
Was he
me.
returning a favor?
You asking a question, Arnab, you tell me what favor?
In 2012, is it true or not that the Jammu and Kashmir Cricket Association faced allegations of a multi-crore scam? Is it true or not that the police case was registered against two board
True.
officials?
True?
Did the BCCI swing into action?
What BCCI has to do with
Was
a
it told
police
at that point of time or
investigation
not
going
that the BCCI would send down a team of auditors to investigate and prepare a report?
That is something
What happened after that?
I'm hearing from you.
What happened after that?
I'm hearing from you.
What happened after
I'm
that?
hearing from you.
What happened
Arnab.
after that?
There are
Please,
newspaper
What happened after
reports.
that? What happened
Arnab,
after
there
that?
are newspaper reports
Please,
to that
What happened
effect.
after that?
Arnab,
happened after
Arnab,
that?
if you have to come on personal, listen, Arnab.
I'm not personal.
If you
I'm
have to
asking
make
a straight
personal
question.
things-
There's nothing personal
yes,
in my question.
you're
I don't ask personal questions.
You are getting personal.
I'm
Listen,
asking a direct
listen,
question.
That is the problem.
I'm asking a direct
I have
question, sir. There's
seen
nothing personal in my question.
Yes, I have seen how reckless the media can go.
Oh, go after
I
the
filed
media.
FIR and you projected me as an accused.
I am asking a general
without
question.
verifying the
These are
facts.
public questions.
Without
I am
verifying
asking
the
you
facts.
question.
No,
I
you
didn't
are
even
not
take your
asking
name.
real facts.
I'm asking a question.
What is the favor? You
I am
tell me.
asking
What is the
today.
favor?
I am asking
Listen,
today. I am asking
listen,
today.
Listen, please.
One second,
Please,
Aslam
listen.
Ghani, calm down,
If you have no
This
patience,
refers to
please.
public
Please
conduct
listen.
which is
No,
permitted
you-
under all laws.
You are. I don't know who else is talking
That's
here. I
YP
can't
Singh.
really,
YP Singh. That's
distinguish
YP
who's
Singh. He's asking a
talking here.
question.
I am saying no. You please listen to first my answer. The allegation you have leveled. You got to listen to it.
Mr. Ghani.
You got to listen to
Mr.
it,
Ghani,
Mr.
Mr. Ghani, 1 second.
You got
I'm
to listen
sorry.
to it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ghani. I really don't know why you're getting so aggressive with me tonight. Because I'm asking a
I
very
am not
straight
getting
question.
against you.
No, I'm asking a
not getting
question.
against you at
Mr.
all.
Ghani.
I am trying to correct you. I am
Mr.
trying to
Ghani,
correct you,
Mr.
Arnab.
Ghani, please relax.
I am trying to
Mr.
correct you on
Ghani, I am asking you
the
today.
facts.
No, you see, the question is, Farooq
No, where
Abdullah,
from you get this question?
Did
Where from you
did
get this
Srinivasan
question?
go after the Jammu and Kashmir Cricket Association in your
are
view?
only
Did
interested
Jammu
in
did
character assassination, nothing else.
did Srinivasan go after
You
the
are
Jammu and
only
Kashmir Cricket
interested in
Association in your view? Did Srinivasan go after the Jammu and Kashmir
What?
Cricket Association in your view? Did he go after your state association
What
of
he has-
cricket?
What state of
Did
I'm not able to understand how you
Srinivasan
appreciate
go
the point.
all out against the Jammu and Kashmir Cricket Association regarding those alleged allegations? Did he or did he not?
No. I think Srinivasan cannot take Mr. Goswami's place to decide
all.
and judge and
No,
give a
YPC,
judgment.
YPC.
He was very soft. It is more than
He cannot
apparent.
take your place. I'm sorry to say.
Reciprocity is apparent in the entire demeanor.
You have become biggest judge of this country.
No, I have
You
nobody
can
to-
hang anyone.
These are
on
analysis
seeing
of
his legs.
facts.
This is YP Singh, not me.
These are analysis of facts. When a person's public conduct is put to question, you are saying this is a personal allegation.
I put a question here tonight. I'm only asking questions. It's a right to ask questions. No judgments being made. Now, before I move on, we have Bindu Dara Singh's lawyer with us here in the studio. You've heard their names over the last 3 days.
Yes, and why don't you say that today Bindu Dara Singh said, Arnab, why don't you say that today Bindu Dara Singh said
you allow
to
me,
all your media
if you
that,
allow me,
that
you allow me,
Guru Nath has done
if
nothing?
you allow, no, you can censor Dhoni. You can't censor me. Please don't even try. 1 minute, Mr. Ghani. You've heard their names
it's not
over the last 3
censoring
days.
anyone. You need to be censored.
Actor and
Arnab,
middleman.
you need to be censored.
Let me go to my next
You
news
need to be
report. Actor
censored.
and middleman Vindu, team owner, hotelier, punter, Gurunath Mayappan, hotelier, punter, Vikram Victor Agarwal. Revealed for the first time on television tonight the triangle that holds the key to the IPL fixing scandal.
A Bollywood actor, an IPL team owner, and now missing hotelier, who introduced the two. It takes three to tangle the plot in the IPL fixing scandal. The Times Now's investigation goes to the heart of the triangle to reveal the link. It all begins with Vikram Victor Agarwal, Hotelier punter, and the man who introduces his friend of 15 years, Gurunath Mayappan, to bookie Vindudara Singh. Considering the friend also happens to be the owner of IPL team Chennai Super Kings, the case is clearly beyond two rich friends placing bets on IPL matches. Sources have revealed that Gurunath Mayappan shared crucial team information that fixes middleman Vindu, including team compositions, team strategy, status of injured players, and even which bowler would be pitted against which batsman. Information that clearly goes beyond the investigators' call normal betting behavior.
Sources have told Times Now that Victor was not only in touch with Vindudara Singh, but he was also in touch with Gurunath Mayappan using a phone that was registered in his wife's name. We are also being told that Victor used to bag huge remunerations from key bookies for the services he rendered to them.
The Chennai police has served a summons to the hotelier.
Yes, we have asked them, Mr. Agarwal to appear here for inquiry on 30th of this month.
Vikram Agarwal, who is also known as Victor in the betting circles of Chennai, is a close friend of BCCI chief N. Srinivasan's son-in-law, Gurunath Mayappan. And sources in the CBCID say that this link is crucial as this could open a can of worms.
Meanwhile, the Mumbai crime branch, who have both Vindu and Gurunath in custody, are trying to complete the triangle which is crucial to cracking the scandal. But will the mysterious Victor, the man who roped in the big fish in the racket, finally show himself? And if he is questioned, what will he reveal? With Prema and Shabir Murlidharan for Times Now.
Mumbai's top criminal lawyer Satish Maneshinde is also lawyer for Vindudara Singh. Thank you, Mr. Maneshinde, for joining me. Mr. Maneshinde, Vindu was regularly in touch with Gurunath, who had access to all the players. In fact, the police has submitted in court that Gurunath passed information to the bookies. They have learned from your client, Vindudara Singh's interrogation, that he earned more, I think that's 17 lakhs in the IPL for the first time after losing heavily in the last 5 seasons. Can you rule out a further deeper nexus between your client, the actor Vindudara Singh,
first
and
of all,
Gurunath?
I must tell you that I have been fighting these cases not now, but for the last 15-20 years.
Which cases?
Betting cases.
Why?
None of them have ended in a conviction because there is no law which can punish betting of this kind in
which
cricket.
Which is being made simultaneously as we speak.
So, the admission by the law minister, Union law minister, that we need a comprehensive law and that we don't have enough law under the Indian Penal Code to punish such offences in cricket and sports, clearly means that these guys cannot be either charged or convicted for an offence under the Penal Code. Secondly,
you're asserting that Mr.
under the Gaming Act.
No, you're asserting that Mr. Maneshinde is an admission that your client is guilty. You're asserting that is proof that your client is guilty.
Under the Gambling Act, any betting in a sporting activity is not an offence. There are 2 judgments of the Supreme Court. You must have a look at them. And incidentally, both of them are from Tamil Nadu.
Can you tell me about Vindudara Singh? You see, how was
Vindudara Singh?
How was Vindudara Singh dealing with Gurunath? And what is the link between Vindudara Singh, Victor, and
Vindu is a famous film personality.
Is he?
He is.
I thought he was a B-grade Bollywood actor.
Whatever me. There are B-grade television anchors. So yes. I don't want to say so.
No, but
what I am trying to tell you is there are various degrees where people come into contact with people in society, people in cricket, people in sports.
Be specific with me, Mr.
So if Vindu has been in touch with Gurunath.
Be specific.
If Vindu has been in touch with Gurunath.
How?
It's not an offence.
In what capacity?
In whatever capacity. He has met him in social parties. So there's nothing wrong in being in touch with somebody. 1 minute, please.
YP Singh is asking a question. Take a counter question. First counter question. Allow counter question. Counter question.
Will you make a case against the cops for making a false case against Vindu? Will you prosecute the cops under 211 Indian Penal Code? Do you have any ground for that? Because if you say it's fine.
YP is saying I cannot tell you what I am going to do tomorrow.
But
as of now, there is no evidence against.
As per your own admission, you are saying 20 years false cases are being made.
Obviously,
and
nobody has been convicted. You were in the CBI, what did you do? You were in the CBI, what did you do?
Let's concentrate on this matter.
In 2000, there were senior cricketers who were being investigated. There were hundreds of bookies investigated in Bombay, and the CBI, the Central Bureau of Investigation, said that there is no prosecutable evidence. So what does it mean?
Mr. Manishinde, I am getting a little perturbed with your argument. And the reason for this is because
law is law.
No, the law. Your simple argument seems to be at two levels. Your first argument is not much has been done in the past, to which the clear counter is it's not any reason for nothing to be done in the future.
But there's
your
no
second,
law.
no, allow me. Your second argument today is that there is an absence of a law, to which the question will be said: if the evidence is presented and the law is changed coterminously, then your entire argument will fall flat. My question tonight is: let's not get into legal obfuscation. No, this is not a lesson in law. No, this is not. This is a news show. It's not a lesson in. It's not a lesson in jurisprudence.
The law
it's a news
is
program.
No punishment can be retrospective.
It's a news program.
If they commit an offence much prior to.
Sir, this is the news. It is not legal knowledge program. So can I please ask you one simple question? Sir, please let me ask you.
Sir, the fact is,
the fact is,
we have Mr. Kapil Sibal now.
Why are you?
Both of them say that there is no law which can be brought into.
Mr. Manishinde, the fact is it not that the Mumbai police has passed on 75 recorded conversations involving bookies to the crime branch? These conversations, along with the transcripts between your client Bindu Dara Singh and Mayappan, have actually encouraged the crime branch to arrest the duo. Now, I want you to tell me what you know about these tapes.
See, I don't know anything about the tapes.
What did they talk about?
I don't know about the tapes.
What did they talk about?
They are not in public domain, and they are not accessible to defense lawyers.
But you met your client since this interrogation.
Yeah.
What is your client telling? What is the line of question?
He's admitted.
What is the line of question?
So what? If he has had a conversation with
what
Guru
conversation on what?
Or somebody else.
Booking, fixing, punting.
No, there is no charge of punting. There is no charge of fixing.
No,
there is no charge of spot fixing.
Punting.
Punting is no offence.
So was he punting? No, one second.
Punting is no offence.
No. One second. You see, the question is.
What about section 420 cheating?
There is no cheating. Whom have they cheated?
Then police has made a false case.
So we will look at it when the charge sheet is filed. Mr. YP saying, you are a lawyer yourself. You can't get into the robe of a police officer.
Simple question.
What have you done in the last 20 years?
Forget me. I have done nothing. I am asking this.
Have you charged anybody and got him convicted?
No. This is specific to this case.
The fact that no law is there and they can't be prosecuted under the present law is sufficient enough.
Mr. Manishinde.
So that means all the cops have missed their jobs.
Mr. Manishinde. Let's take a couple of questions. Rahul Mehra, are you still there? Rahul Mehra. Yeah. Sorry, we have three panelists in Bombay dominating that. The question is this, that I find this strange. This is what Mr. Manishinde, with great respect, he's a great lawyer, but his entire testimony seems to be based on the absence of a law. Would you have a question to him, please? Do you find that convincing? You're also a lawyer. As far as I know, it's on the basis of Bindu Dara Singh, his client's interrogation, that Gurunath was exposed and arrested by the Mumbai crime branch. A question Mr. Manishinde is avoiding on the Newshour tonight. Yes, Rahul.
See, he's right. As far as the Gambling Act is concerned, it's a bailable offence and nothing much will come out of it.
No law.
But as far as the Criminal Procedure Code goes and the Indian Penal Code goes, there is a section 420 which has been invoked. 120B is criminal conspiracy. There is 409 which is, which has been invoked, and there is another one, I think 201. All these sections are there. There are probably IT sections which are going to be invoked because of the Information Technology Act, which came after the match fixing in 2000, and also now there is an evidentiary value of the electronic evidence. So all of this combined together has never been tested in the court of law.
You see,
and I think it's premature for Mr. Shinde to really.
Go on. One second.
Rahul, I must tell you one thing, that
it's
as
premature
far as
for Mr. Shinde
and
to actually say that there has been no conviction in the past,
Section
so
4
therefore
and 5
can't
under
be
the
now.
Gambling Act.
So
that offence cannot be made out.
Well,
they are not charged under the IT Act or any other law.
Satish Manishinde, what you need to understand here, with the greatest of respect, is that your client, Bindu Dara Singh, is the crucial link. And while you say that if he's punting, it may not be a crime, if he's betting, it's not a crime, if he is helping an owner punt and bet, then no,
on all
if
forms
he's
of
helping an
sport.
owner punt and bet, then the owner is in big trouble, and Mr. Srinivasan's entire defense of his son-in-law will fall flat. We are following the story.
Betting on
We're-
all forms of sport all over the world is legal.
We are following the
I must
story.
tell you that it's legal.
Not in India.
Not in India.
Not in India.
There's no law punishing it.
Not in India. You don't have the facts.
Rahul, there's no law punishing it.
There's
You go have a look at the law
But
books.
420.
Mr. Shirke, Mr. Shirke, yes please, Mr. Shirke.
Wait and watch.
Mr. Shirke is coming in. Mr. Shirke, the BCCI treasurer. Yes, sir.
I have been hearing all the claims and counterclaims. I don't think I have heard Mr. Srinivasan say that his son-in-law, if guilty, will not be punished. I think he was very candid and in fact has already suspended him from all cricketing activities.
He says his son-in-law has nothing to do with Chennai Super Kings. You actually believe that?
No,
You believe that?
That is something that, that is something totally different.
No, it's not. It's linked.
But whether,
It's linked.
yes, you may say that it is linked, but that doesn't link Mr. Srinivasan
Okay.
directly into anything.
One thing, both the BCCI as well as the police are churning water. They're not going to get any cream out of it.
Well, you can say whatever, you can use as many cliches as you want. But your client...
But I want some law to punish them. There's nothing.
But your client
How
is
can
the
you
link.
say that there's no law?
But your client is the link.
Let me know.
But your client is the link. And if you say, if you're saying that there is no law and therefore my client will
Then
get
what
away,
does Gambling
then
Act say?
I think the people who are framing the law ought to frame the law quicker. Thank you, gentlemen, especially to Mr. Shirke, the first top BCCI official, for coming on the Newshour tonight. Thank you very much indeed.